Hello students, welcome you all to our brilliant channel Maths Nation. Dear students, if you have not subscribed Maths Nation, kindly subscribe it now. I promise to complete your syllabus. Would like to solve your all queries which you may kindly drop in the comment box. Dear students, in my last session we have discussed about arithmetic progression. In this session we will continue with this. Recall what is FP. What is FP or arithmetic progressions? In case of arithmetic progressions means FP, if here the first term is given, here the first term is given, first term means A is given 10 and the common difference D is equal to D is equal to 3. We have to write the arithmetic progressions. You know the arithmetic progression is A plus D, next A plus 2D, A plus 3D. In this way we can write this. Here A equal to 10 and D equal to 3. Then here the first term is 10, next term is 10 plus 3, next term is 10 plus 2 into 3, then next term is 10 plus 3 into 3. In this way the next term is 10 plus 4 into 3. In this way we can write, means first term 10, next 10, 13, next 16, then 19, then 22. In this way we can write the arithmetic progressions. Then take another example. Here in the example the first term is given. Here in the another example, here the first term is equal to minus 1.25 and the common difference D is equal to common difference D is equal to minus 0.25. Then we have to write the AP. Here we know the in AP first term A, second A plus D, third A plus 2D, then A plus 3D, A plus 4D. In this way, here the first term is given minus 1.25. Then another next term A plus D means minus 1.25 plus minus 0.25. The next term is minus 1.5. The another term is minus 1.75. Then the next term is minus 2. Then minus 2.25, minus 2.5. In this way we can write the AP here. Here the common difference is a negative number. Hence this is a decreasing progression. Next take another examples. I have already told you, please practice variety of questions. If you practice variety of questions and types of questions, then it will be easier for you to attempt any questions which will be asked in your exam paper. Please students, practice variety of questions. Here the question says find the common difference and write the next 4 terms of the AP. Here the AP is given. Here in this question AP is given 1, minus 2, minus 5, minus 8. In this way we have to find out fourth term and common difference Here we have to find out the next 4 terms. We have to find out next 4 terms and also find the common difference D. Here the look at here the A equal to 1, Next term a plus d equal to minus 2. Next a plus 2d equal to minus 5. Then what is d here? D is a plus d minus a. Minus 2 minus 1. This is minus 3. Here the common difference is minus 3 and a equal to 1. Then we have to find out next 4 terms minus 5 minus 8. The next 4 terms is minus 11, minus 14, minus 17, minus 20, minus 23. In this way we can write the FP. Here we have to find out next 4 terms, means next 4 terms are first term, second term, third term and fourth term. And the common difference D is here. What is D here? D is here minus 3. Here D is equal to minus 3. Then next, here is the theorem. Let A be the, here the theorem says, we continue this in next page. Here the theorem, we have to prove the theorem. Here the theorem says, let A be the first term. The theorem says given, let A be the first term, A be the first term and D be the common difference, and D be the common difference, common difference and an FP, common difference of n FP. Then we have to prove that the nth term in the general term form is, then to show that the nth term or a general term is given by, a n is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Here the nth term or the general form is this. We have to show this proof. Here the first term is a. Then let the FP be A2, A3 up to AN. Here A1, A2, A3 up to AN. Here the first term A is equal to A1. Then the A2 is equal to A1 plus, here the first term A is equal to A1. Then A1 can be written in the form A plus 1 minus 1 into D. Here A2 is equal to A1 plus D, which is equal to A plus 2 minus 1 into D. Then the next term A3 is equal to A2 plus D. In place of A2 I can write A plus 2 minus 1 into D plus D, which equal to A plus D plus D, which equal to A plus 2D. A plus 2D can be written as A plus 3 minus 1 into D. A plus 3 minus 1 into D. In this way, fourth term can be written as A4 can be written as A3 plus D. In place of A3 we can write, I share the page, in A4 can be written as A3 plus D. In place of A3 we can write A plus 3 minus 1 into D plus D, which can be written as A plus 4 minus 1 into D. In this way we can write AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. We have proved this. This is the general term or nth term of the epi. This is the general term or nth term of the epi. Next, we have to find out the middle term of a finite epi. Finite or infinite epi. Finite epi means there are number of terms which limited number of terms. Finite number of terms. Infinite epi means infinite number of terms there. Here middle term of a finite. We can find out middle term only in a finite epi. Then how can we find out middle term of a finite epi? Middle term of a finite epi, middle term of a finite epi. Here let there be a finite epi. Let there be a finite epi with first term a. Let a be the first term of a finite epi. First term of a finite epi. And d be the common difference. And d be the common difference of the epi. D be the common difference of the epi. Common difference of the epi. D be the common difference of the epi. Then let there be n number of terms. Let there be n number of terms. And n is a if. There are n number of terms. A be the first term and d be the common difference, and d be the common difference of the epi. And there are n number of terms. When the case 1, there are two cases. Case 1, let n be a, when n is an odd number. N is an odd number. When n is an odd number, then the middle term is the middle term is equal to n plus 1 upon 2 term. This is the middle term. Then as we know that the nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. In this way, n plus 1 upon 2 term is written as, can be written as, then n plus 1 upon 2 term can be written as a plus, in place of n we can write this, n plus 1 upon 2 minus 1 into d, which is equal to a plus 2 is the LCM, n plus 1 minus 2 into d. This is equal to a plus n minus 1 upon 2 into d. This can be written as this, thus the middle term. When n is an odd number, then the middle term a plus n minus 1 upon 2 into d. This is the middle term of the epi. When n is an odd number, the middle term of the epi is a plus n minus 1 upon 2 into d. Then when I will discuss in next page. When the case 2, n is an even number. The case 2, when n is an even number. When n is the odd number, the nth term is, when n, case 2, n equal to even number, then the middle term, there are two middle terms. When n equal to even numbers, then there are two middle numbers. Then there are two middle terms. One is n by 2 term, then another is n upon 2 plus 1. if n is an odd number, then the middle term is n plus 1 upon 2 term is middle term. And when n is the even number, then there are two middle terms. First is n upon 2, second is n upon 2 plus 1, 1th term. Then the, as we know, a n term is a plus n minus 1 into d. In this way, a of n minus term, a nth term, when the a n term is this, then this term is written as a plus n upon 2 minus 1 into d. Then the plus 2 is the LCM, n minus 2 into d. Then the first term is, then the middle term is a plus n minus 1 upon 2. Then the second middle term is a of n minus 1 plus 1 is the second middle term, which can be written which can be written in this form: a plus n upon 2 plus 1 minus 1 into d. Then 1 cancel, then the term is a plus n upon 2 d. Then the two terms are, first term is this, the two middle terms are found here. When n is an even number, then these two terms are, first term is this, then the second term is this. Recall, when n is the, I share the board to recall case 1. When n equal to odd number, then the middle number is a n plus 1 upon 2, n plus 1 upon 2th term is written as a plus n minus 1 upon 2 into d, into the, when n is the odd number. When n is even number, then the case 2, when n is even number, there are two middle terms. First middle term is a n by 2, then this is a plus n by 2 minus 1 into d. Then the second middle term is n by 2 plus 1, which equal to a plus n by 2 into d, n by 2 into d. Then this is first two middle terms, this is 1 and this is 2. When n is the even number, we get two middle terms, first is this, second is this. Then discuss some examples, then we can I have already told you, please practice variety of questions. Here solve another question. Thus, here this is an FP is given as 9, 13, 17, 21, 25 in this way. Then we have to find out, to find D and 12th term and the 14th term. Then we have to find out the 12th term and the 14th term of this given FP and find the D. Then here D is equal to 13 minus 9, which equal to 17 minus 13, which equal to 21 minus 17, which is equal to 4. Here the common difference is 4. And A is equal to 9. Then the 12th term is equal to A plus 12 minus 1 into D. As we know that in a PAN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. In this way, A plus the 12th term is A plus 11 into D. Here A is 9 plus 11 into D is 4. Then the term is 9 plus 44, which is equal to 53. The 12th term is 53. Then we have to find out the 14th term. Then we have to find out the 14th term. 14th term is equal to a plus 13d. A plus 13d. A is 9 plus 13 into 4. Then 9 plus 52, which is equal to 61. Here the 12th term is 53 and the 14th term is 61. In this way we can find out any terms, because we know that nth term is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. A plus n minus 1 into d. Then next another example. Here show that this is an FP. We have to prove that 9, 12, 15, 18 is an FP. And also find the 16th term. Find the 16th term. The term is an FP or not, then we have to, if we find there is a common difference, then we can say that this is an FP. When there is a common difference, then can we say that this is an FP. Here 12 minus 9 is equal to 15 minus 12 is equal to 18 minus 15, which is equal to 3. Means here the common difference is 3. Then the first term a equal to 9. Then we have to find out 16th term. 16th term is equal to a plus 15d. Here a is 9 plus 15 into 3. Here the 16th term is equal to 9 plus 45, which is equal to 54. Okay, the students, today this much. In my next session we will continue with this